Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to do a video this morning and I want to make sure that everyone understands how borrower paid and lender paid work. So it's my first time doing this, so bear with me. Hopefully this comes out pretty good so that we can understand all together. I'm going to share my UWM screen. We're going to go on the quick pricer so I can show you what I'm talking about, okay? And again, the topic is lender paid versus borrower paid. So let's go ahead and get started. Right now, let me shrink this a little bit here. Okay, so I'm on my United Wholesale Mortgage page, and you can do this with any lender, but I'm gonna use them because I have them up and it's the easiest to show this example. So we're gonna log in, of course. We're gonna go to price a loan. We're gonna go to easy qualifier. Oh, I guess I'm not signed in, so let me go ahead and sign in. And there we go. Now, first thing you wanna do is you wanna, let me see if I can make this bigger. This is not gonna work, so let's just keep it small. First thing we wanna do is we wanna uncheck correspondent. And if you look right here, you have this drop down that says compensation type, compensation payer type. It says lender paid, and then you could switch to borrower paid, right? Lender paid. Now, when you go lender paid, the compensation's already built into the pricing. So I'm gonna show you an example of that so that you can see what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and complete this. I'm gonna go ahead and select myself as a loan officer. I'm gonna go ahead and price out a loan. I'll just make up a name, right? So we'll call it test. We'll do 3 test. And then we'll do a loan amount of $425. We'll leave that alone. We'll go ahead and since I'm gonna price out a refinance, so I'm gonna leave the sales price alone. I'm gonna put an appraised value of, let's say, 600,000. Okay, so then that brings me down to 70% LTV. I'm gonna change this to refinance, and we're just gonna do a rate and term conventional. Primary residence, single family residence, number of units, property, state, California. Now keep in mind when you're filling these out, you only have to fill out the ones with asterisks on them. See that? So we don't have to put the zip code if we don't want. I'm gonna put the county because it is asking for the county. Credit score, let's assume the credit score is 720. Right now we wanna do 30-day locks just to be safe. And keep in mind, since we're a diamond account with United Wholesale Mortgage, we do get a 5-day free extension. So this actually is 35 days, okay? So we're gonna start with lender paid as the example. Full doc, 30-year fixed, conventional. We're just gonna go off of the rates. And actually I'm gonna show you a little trick too that you can do with the target rate, but I'll show you that in a minute. So then we're gonna hit get quote, and keep in mind, this is lender paid, which lender paid means that our compensation is already built into the pricing. So we're gonna hit get quote. Okay, so now we get our rates, right? So we're gonna click on see more rates and hide more rates. Now UWM always gives you other options that the customer might be eligible for. And if you're looking to qualify the borrower under these other programs, you have to make sure that they meet the income requirements. And the way you can find out whether they meet the income requirements is you can go under resources, under guidelines, and then look at the matrix for the home possible and the home ready, just to make sure. And sometimes these options work a little bit better, sometimes they don't, so you just want to compare them, okay? Now, there's also this Home One program, as you can see. Not sure how that one works, but right now we're just gonna focus on the conventional elite 30-year fixed. We're gonna click on see more rates. And so at 3.26, there is 1 cent rebate. You see that? So basically what that means is that that's rebate that the customer would get. It's pretty much your par pricing. So if you look right here, it says final price after compensation. That's how you know that the pricing is already built in there, that your compensation of 1.5 is built in. Well, how much is that compensation? Look right here. If you look at the bottom right here, compensation, $6,875 is already built into this pricing. So if you sell the rate at 3.261, you're already going to make $6,875. As a matter of fact, if you sell the rate at any price here, you're going to make $6,875 no matter what. So if we go backwards here and we go to 3.3, not only are you making $6,875, but you're also giving your customer $1,994 in rebate. And if you go to 3.5, you're giving your customer $3,690 in rebate towards your closing costs. Now, very important, the $3,698 or any rebate here can only be used. Well, actually, in this case, it could be used to pay any of the closing costs. So I take that back. I was confusing it with borrower paid, but in lender paid, any of the rebate can be used to pay for any closing costs. Your compensation is already built in there, so there's no need for the rebate to go towards your compensation, right? Because it's already built in there. Now, if you go the other way, if the customer wants better pricing at 3.25, then it's going to cost him only $185 to get the 3.25, and you already have your $6,875 built in here. You see that? Same thing is true at 3.125. You have $6,875 built in there, and the customer is only going to pay a $2,867 origination charge, and so on. You know, if you can sell it at 2.75, it's going to cost the customer $12,893. However, your compensation of $6,875 is already built in there. Okay, so now let's compare that to borrower paid. That was an example of lender paid. So let's go to borrower paid. Okay, so borrower paid, we're going to hit get quote. We're going to see more rates. So now in the borrower paid scenario, the compensation column is gone. And also, if you look right here, there's no compensation here anymore, right? The reason is that you're negotiating directly with the customer what you're going to charge them in points to get the rate. So for example, if you sell the rate at 3%, there's an $816 rebate, right? So the customer gets the 3%. The $816 goes towards the customer's closing costs, with the exception of any loan charges. It cannot go towards any loan charges. So at 3%, if you charge your customer 1 point, then you get the 1 point goes to you, and then the $816 goes to cover escrow, title, and impounds, right? Same thing is true for 3.125. So at 3.125, you can offer the customer to pay all their closing costs and then charge them a 1% origination. So you're going to tell them, I'm going to charge you 1 point, but I'm also going to give you $4,000 towards your closing costs. Now, if you go too high, at 3.25, you're getting $6,600, then you're probably going to get too much money. Depending on the loan amount, you might get too much money for closing costs. So in some cases, the difference would go towards a principal reduction, and with some lenders, it might get lost. So try to get enough rebate just to cover the escrow, title, and impounds. Remember, the rebate cannot be used towards any loan charges, including processing fees. Okay? It has to be strictly used only for escrow, title, and whatnot. So those are the two options you have. Now, hope that's pretty clear. There's no column here so that you know that you're going borrower paid, and there's also no compensation here on the right side. So that's how you know that you're in the borrower paid category. This is why correspondent is huge for us, because we're not subject to these two choices here. We can pretty much customize our pricing however we want. So we'll eventually get back to that, but for now, this is what we got to work with. So Let me go back and show you, now that I'm here, let me go back and show you a little trick, or a tip, I should say. If you go right here where it says, well, let's remember this. So at 3%, customer is getting $816 rebate, right? Well, actually, that's not a good example. Let's do 3.125. So at 3.125, customer is getting 4,007. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget. 4,075. Now I'm gonna go back over here to exact rate type. I'm gonna put target rate, and you can do this with any rate. I'm gonna give you an example at 3.125. So you want to just go 3.199 and hit get quote, and you're gonna see what happens. So now, if you look at it, there's a new category here at 3.199, which almost still feels like 3.125, right? And look at the difference between the rebate from 3.125 to 3.199. It's a huge difference, right? You're getting almost $1,500 back. So if you can sell the exact rate at 3.199, then you're gonna be able to get the customer more rebate and maybe make your deal work a little bit better. So keep that in mind. This exact rate, see right here where it says exact rate available. This is how you know that you can do this trick, or this tip that I'm giving you. And as you can see, it's going to be in a lot of the pricing. Some programs don't have this available. And let's do it one more time. So let's say we go to 3.25. So we're at 66.89. So now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go 3.299. I'm going to hit get quote. See more rates. And now you see the difference between 3.25 and 3.299. It's a pretty substantial difference. So if you can sell this, then please take advantage of this tool. It's a really powerful tool that you can use to price out your loans. So I wanted to do this video for the reason that I want to make sure that everyone's clear on how to use the pricer correctly in terms of lender paid and borrower paid, but also show you this tip on how to use the target rate and changing the rate so that the pricing can improve a little bit better. So as you can see, the pricing has gotten better. So let me see if there's anything else I can share while I'm here. No, I think that's pretty much it. I covered it. I hope this video helps you guys out. I'll see you guys next time.